Everyone, close your eyes. Picture your favorite book from your childhood, the one you always checked out from the library, the one you begged to buy at the Scholastic Book Fair, the one that sat on your nightstand. The pages are wrinkled from overuse, the pages are partly folded over to save spots along the chapter. Now imagine your childhood without this book. There was no trips to the library during school. There was no Scholastic Book Fair. Your nightstand is empty. Now open your eyes. Personally, that is not a childhood I want to imagine. But times have changed. When children thought about playing 20 years ago, it involved riding bikes, building forts out of blankets, or simply reading the new Junie B. Jones book. Children could explore their imagination without any distractions from the outside world. Of course, there was still education, chores, and time to spend with family, but technology was not available in their back pocket. Today, playing requires expensive technology and 99-cent apps that give false illusions of realities. If the character dies, just press the restart button. If the goal was not reached, just press the replay button. One day I will never forget involved a simple day at the Little League game. When two boys should have been cheering for their team, they were too busy helping take little birds out of their nest. They saw no harm in the damage they had done. It was the first time they realized there is no restarting in life. How can children learn to care about living things when they are disconnected from them? How can children learn empathy when everything in front of them has no heartbeat? More importantly, where will they learn empathy if they cannot see it before their own eyes? As an active reader, I have grown up with literacy. My childhood was filled with trips to Barnes & Noble every Sunday where my mom and I would pick out a new book for the week. I grew up fighting demons with Clary Fairchild, escaping the maze with Thomas, and starting revolutions with America Singer. Reading has given me a safe place when the world seemed too overwhelming. More importantly, it has taught me to feel empathy towards others. With screens now replacing books, children are now losing these opportunities. This is the shift of the product of the family dynamic changing in households across the nation. Instead of one parent staying home to take care of the children, both parents are now part of the workforce. With life at home, school, and work constantly moving at a rapid pace, communication is a must, and the power has been placed in the hands of technology. This takes precious time away from family as video games replace family game night. Meaningful conversations at the dining room table turn into scrolling through a newsfeed. Chris Rowan, an occupational therapist who specializes in the study of technology on young children, understands how the lifestyle has shifted. As a matter of fact, one study showed that 75% of children have a TV in their bedroom, and 50% of North American homes have the TV on all day. How can children learn the importance and value behind a book if they spend half the day behind a screen? There are only 24 hours in a day, only 1,440 minutes to make the most of. To a child, that might seem like a lifetime. However, looking back on my own experiences, it goes by in the blink of an eye. Many parents and guardians might not see the impact this shift can have on their children. They might be wondering how technology can cause so many problems. They are not completely wrong. Technology has opened the world to friendships across countries and the ability to rekindle past relationships. I am not implying to delete technology completely from the lives of our children, but there is a problem when the United Kingdom reports that 21% of children from ages 3 to 4 have their own tablet. That's 21% of toddlers who have access to everything on the internet. Children cannot protect themselves from the dangers of the internet and social media. It is up to us. More importantly, reading can bring a safe place to a child. Whenever I need a space to myself, a book is the first place I go. There is nothing better than hiding under sheets and plush blankets, sipping on hot chocolate, binge reading The Hunger Games as the snow traps me inside the safe haven of my room. If I had not had reading in my corner to shelter me from the storms of life, I do not know how I would have survived the rain. Literacy was there for me when I lost my grandfather to cancer, when I transitioned to new schools, and when I worried about my dad coming home from night shift with the state police. To a young child, many news stories can be overwhelming and a lot to digest without a safe place nearby. Literacy allows children to transform to someone else's voice and discover the world without leaving their seat. Children need a safe place to explore without the distraction of technology constantly grabbing their attention. How can children ever establish this disconnection if reading is never enforced outside the classroom? Without the help and support of parents and guardians, it is simply not an option. Reading is more than a hobby. It is a passion that must be taught to children. Without being brought up with literacy throughout childhood, I do not know where I would be. It changed how I saw the world. From The Outsiders, I learned the importance of friendship and relationships with family. From Fahrenheit 451, I learned how to stand up for my passions. And from Legends, I learned to have confidence in myself. For years, I grew up digesting stories with characters that became part of my life story, and then part of my heart. Literacy made me who I am today, and every child should have the opportunity to experience that. Imagine living in a world where no one was capable of understanding anybody else's feelings. The only way someone could connect with you is if they had lived this exact same life experiences. The human connection would wither away. Reading has allowed me to walk in someone else's shoes and empathize with their feelings. Change is possible and change is needed. Take advantage of public libraries in your state. Parents must become an activist for reading and encourage the power behind the words. Talk to your child about what they're reading. Develop a connection. Don't ever let your nightstand be empty. Thank you.